Right now, as you sit comfortably in your bed, scrolling through your phone with the lights on, somewhere 300,000 years ago, a human being just like you is sitting in complete darkness, listening for footsteps that shouldn't be there. For our ancestors, the night wasn't just bedtime, it was the most dangerous 12 hours of their entire day. No lights, no locked doors, no walls, just darkness, and things that could see in it far better than they could. So what did they actually do when the sun went down? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at nighttime the same way again. Early humans were not the strongest animals on the savannah. They didn't have claws like a lion or the speed of a gazelle. During the day, they survived using their brains, group coordination, and tools. But at night, almost every one of those advantages disappeared. Lions, hyenas, and leopards are most active exactly when humans are most blind. So the moment the sun started dipping below the horizon, something changed in the camp. Night wasn't rest time yet. Night was preparation time. The single greatest survival tool our ancestors had after dark wasn't a weapon. It was fire. Evidence of controlled fire use goes back at least 1 million years. And once the early humans mastered it, everything about the night changed. Fire kept predators away. It gave light to work by. And most importantly, it gave people a reason to sit still, together, facing each other for hours, for the first time all day. That's when something remarkable started happening. Anthropologists studying hunter-gatherer groups in the Kalahari Desert found that during the day, conversations were almost entirely practical. Who found food where? Disputes, complaints. But at night, around the fire, the entire tone changed. The vast majority of nighttime conversation turned into storytelling. Myths, legends, memories of ancestors. Firelight created a captive audience with nothing else to do. Dramatic lighting, and just enough danger in the darkness beyond the flames to make everyone want to stay close together. This, many researchers believe, is where human storytelling was born. And it wasn't just entertainment, it was survival information passed down, wrapped inside a story that might one day save your life. Here's something that might change how you think about your own sleep. Historians studying centuries of pre-industrial writings found repeated references to first sleep and second sleep. People would sleep a few hours after dusk, wake up naturally in the middle of the night for an hour or two, then fall back asleep until dawn. That waking period wasn't a problem. It was normal. People used it to pray, think, or just lie in the dark, reflecting. Some researchers believe this pattern stretches back into deep prehistory, a natural rhythm that only disappeared once artificial light arrived and pushed us toward one unbroken block of sleep. So that moment you randomly wake up at night and can't figure out why, your ancestors probably did the exact same thing every single night for hundreds of thousands of years. Here's a detail that should genuinely unsettle you. Researchers studying hunter-gatherer groups in Tanzania found that across a 20-day study, there was almost no moment during the night when every single person in the group was asleep at the same time. Someone, at almost every hour, was awake. Nobody planned it. It happened naturally because different people have different sleep cycles. Some are early sleepers. Some are night owls. Scientists now believe this variation may be an evolved survival advantage. A group with mixed sleep schedules is a group that is never fully vulnerable. Living without artificial light also meant living with heightened hearing. A twig snapping in a certain rhythm, a distant call that meant far away, versus one that meant coming closer. Children were trained, not through lessons but through repeated exposure, to instantly categorize every night sound as safe, unclear, or run. This is likely one of the deep evolutionary roots of why you still feel a primal chill at unexplained noises in the dark today. Your brain isn't being irrational. It's running software that kept your ancestors alive for hundreds of thousands of years. And here's where things get genuinely fascinating. Many anthropologists believe the earliest myths about monsters and evil spirits weren't just imagination. They were explanations for the real, unseen dangers of the night. A predator you can't see but can hear becomes a spirit that stalks in darkness. An illness that strikes while someone sleeps becomes a demon that steals breath at night. From ancient night demons to the monsters under a child's bed today, the fear may all trace back to real nights, real darkness, and real predators our ancestors had to survive. But not everything about ancient nights was fear. For many hunter-gatherer societies, night was the only time of true stillness, when parents held sleeping children close, when couples spoke quietly, away from the demands of daylight, when elders passed down not just survival lessons, but emotional wisdom. In many ways, the fire at night may have been humanity's very first safe space. Of course, not every night ended peacefully. Archaeological evidence shows signs of nighttime predator attacks on early human remains. This is likely why early settlements were chosen specifically for their defensibility at night. Caves with narrow entrances, elevated shelters, camps near natural barriers. Every choice about where to sleep was, in a very real sense, a choice about whether you'd see the sunrise. So the next time darkness falls and you feel that small primal flicker of unease, remember, you're not imagining things. You're carrying the exact same instincts that kept an entire species alive through hundreds of thousands of nights. Long before electricity, long before locked doors, long before the world felt safe. Fire, stories, shared silence, watchful eyes in the dark. These weren't just survival tools. They were the foundations of everything we now call human connection, culture, and even fear itself. But here's a question that might keep you up tonight. If fire and storytelling shaped who we became, what happened to the humans who didn't have fire? If this video kept you hooked till the end, make sure to subscribe because we're just getting started uncovering the hidden world of our ancient ancestors.